Here it comes.
Oh, you want me to take the ricochet?
Yeah,
I'll
there
take
you
it. I don't mind.
You ready?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, he hit the blood can too.
So good.
You hit the actual can of blood.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
missed it.
Oh, we gotta do something. He's been shot.
Sweet. Wow, he's done, man.
All right, so
Excellent.
what do we do, Nate?
Excellent. That's a
sorry
black.
for
We got splatters.
Rarely.
Yeah, we
We
do.
got it. I mean, that was
Call
good.
CSI.
Practicing.
Good shot.
All right.
He's been hit.
You missed it.
No, he hit him right in the throat.
Golly, Dan. We're going for an actual gunshot.
All right, back here. Where's my black marker?
All right, some of us came here to learn. All right, so the idea with gunshot wounds, right? The idea with gunshot wounds, we want to be able to apply whenever we come up to it. Again, we don't lose track of what our priorities are, right? Circulation, airway, breathing, even with gunshot wounds, okay? But obviously with the gunshot wound, you're gonna look, right? I'm gonna provide direct pressure, and then what do I need to do? Anyone got a guess?
Breathe.
Breathe for them? Well, let's assume they are breathing, right?
Need to assess the backside.
Yeah, we need to roll them over, right? Check for an exit wound. It's still in there.
I think it was straight through the neck, actually.
Oh man, shoot, yeah.
Daniel don't play around.
That's
He
a
goes
bad
straight
day.
For the jugular.
Yeah, that's a bad day.
He's like, no chest shot. For
All right.
you.
So, the idea with, thank you. So, the idea with chest wounds, any piercing trauma, whether it's a stab wound, gunshot wound, or just like a piece of shrapnel or something like that, that's from the neck to the navel. Plan on using some sort of occlusive dressing, okay? So an occlusive dressing, as opposed to gauze, this is not an occlusive dressing, right? This is an absorbent dressing. An occlusive dressing, as we open these guys up, let's see if, I think this brand, some brands, they'll come in a 2-pack, and one will be a vented and the other one will be non-vented. I think all of these are vented, okay? So when you take a look at these, you see the little Mercedes symbol on here. So the Mercedes symbol does not have any adhesive. Right here, this is all adhesive to make it sticky. The point of this is actually to allow blood to escape, which may sound counterintuitive, but we'll talk about it, okay? So as we get this out, we peel it and we apply the center of that right over the puncture wound, okay? You clean it and everything, right? We got all that wiped off as best as you can. And then you apply the occlusive dressing right over top of it, trying to get it to seal right there, okay? Now, then whenever you've rolled them over, like John said, we check for an exit wound, we would put the second one back here. That's why they come in a 2-pack, to help you do entry and exit wound, all right? If you've got one that is not vented, that will go on the back. If it's just a purely occlusive dressing, that one will go on the back. Or if you're having to make your own, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Always the back, right? So it doesn't really matter if it's entry or exit. You might not even know which is entry and which is exit. But it's going to come down to positioning of the patient, right? In general, after you've dressed them, let's assume that they still have circulation. We're not having to do any CPR. After you've dressed them, you actually want to lay them on their side with that wounded side up. That way you can watch both wounds, okay? But you also do need to pay attention to them, make sure that they don't lose circulation. So the reason that we do this though, Dr. Alex, would you like to explain why we do a vented chest wound?
Anyone with, I guess, military experience, or if anyone watched 3 Kings, did you hear about pneumothorax?
It's a great movie.
Yeah. So air gets trapped in between the chest wall and the lungs, and it compresses down. The first thing that happens is you actually lose the ability to aerate that lung, and you decrease the amount of oxygen delivery. The other thing that happens is it actually presses on the heart, and it decreases circulation to the body. So what you're trying to avoid is anything really accumulating in that side of the chest. or whichever, because pressure in the chest is not a good thing for those two reasons. So this is a situation where you actually want to prevent blood clots from forming and preventing blood coming out.
And this is why we lay them on their side, right?
This is why you lay them on the side, actually for a couple reasons. For watching it as well, air rises, right? And so if the hole's up here, air's gonna come up to the hole, and it'll easier for it to escape. And so what these dressings do is allows blood to come out, so your lungs have a chance to open up. It also prevents pressure from squeezing on the heart. But what also these do, when you breathe in, this center part sucks down and it closes the hole. Because otherwise, if you try to take a breath in, air will come back into it and it'll collapse the lung further. So this acts like a one-way valve. So it blocks it off. Your lungs can expand and push. When you actually breathe in. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, but when you breathe out, you actually it'll leave, and it gives a chance for it to expand. So, yeah. So it's for air and blood to escape, to allow the lung to back up.
What is that called again?
An occlusive dressing
Or a chest seal.
or chest seal.
Yeah.
If you had to make your own, are you gonna go through it?
Yeah. I'm getting you stuff.
If you had to make your own, you pretty much create your own one-way valve by any kind of cellophane or plastic bag. You could put over the wound. And you'd want to tape and occlude 3 sides. Pretend that other dressing's not there and there's a hole here. So you pretty much just created a one-way valve with the plastic bag or a sheet of plastic. So air and blood can still escape down or out. If you're up, you might want to create the seal where the tape's here, so the blood can kind of come out that way. So when they breathe out, air can come out, and when they suck in, the negative pressure of the chest will pull this bag to the chest, and your lungs will actually fill with air. So it's pretty cool.
Just to be clear, this only pertains to puncture wound.
In the chest, from the neck to the what do they call it, neck to the nipple line?
Neck to the navel.
Navel,
So,
sorry,
and
navel.
this is the reason why, right? So, especially in the case of a bullet, the path of that bullet's going to be unpredictable, right? So we don't really know, right, exactly where that's going to go. So, anywhere in this neighborhood, just plan on using one of these, something like this, right? Now, like if someone's shot in the gut, I'm not going to say, I don't have my sandwich baggie on me, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to deal with it. Like, use whatever you've got. But you want to be thinking in your mind, like, hey, this could actually have penetrated the chest. That could be introducing, blood, air up into it, creating the complications that Alex was talking about. And so the way they would benefit from this.
You want to seal, if you did a bag or measure, you would want to seal all 4 corners on the backside.
Yeah, so if you were able to, right, going ahead and putting, just like a picture frame, on the back side. Okay. And